What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Team Gradelock Unlocks the Week. I am your host, AlphonZeus, and we're going to be going over the latest Card Fight Vanguard episode, Ride 137, as well as the results from our local and any new information we find from the TCGs that we want to provide you, our subscribers, with. Now, let's get right into the episode, Ride 137. Of course, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen the episode yet, please pause and close the video, go watch that episode, and then come back right here so we can discuss about it. Of course, if you don't want to do that, you can always click the link in the description down below, so you can skip right over to the results of our local. Now, let's get into Ride 137, Dark Dimensional Combination, Reverse Dayusha. Now, this episode was pretty interesting. It's a transition episode, so everything's kind of like picking up pace right now. The last thing that we remember from last week's episode was that Yuri got reversed by Kote, and there's really nothing we can do. And she's now the 5th member on the Reverse Card Fighters team. So we have Kote, we got Yuri, and we got Team SLT Genius of Ali, Lee, and Chris. So then we switch up the scenes to Leon and the two twin sisters, Charlene and Jillian. And pretty much they're at the airport getting ready for the next high school circuit. And then out of nowhere, we see Osamu Kishida pop up, a.k.a. the guy that uses Mega Colony in the very first season. And I'm like, oh, wow, he wants to fight Leon. I'm thinking, like, okay, Mega Colony is going to get some support. I'm looking forward to the break ride. And then all of a sudden it ends up that Jillian fights him, and then she schools him. And we didn't even see much of the fight. So hopefully that's just a tease for some Mega Colony support coming later on. I'm so looking forward to it. I think that clan is a very interesting deck in terms of stun and just like, using up resources from the hand so they can, keep on continuing with their strategy. Now, after that, the Leon and the twins, they went, to get ready. And then in the hallway, of course, they end up meeting Kote, Yuri, and Chris, Ali, and Lee. So I wouldn't be the one that would want to be in the hallway when I see reverse card fighters over there, because I know that I'm gonna get luck sack sometimes. So I'm gonna be reversed and I'm gonna be pissed off. So pretty much what's gonna happen is that Kote, he'll, like any reverse fighter, is just ask like, "Are you strong?" Well, I guess, yeah, because Leon was pretty much the main antagonist in Season 2, and he's been kicking ass pretty lately, even with the plot armor on him. Anyways, so we pretty much go towards the mid to end of the episode with 3 different card fights going on. We do have Ali versus Jillian, Lee versus Charlene, and Kote versus Leon. And so throughout the battle, we didn't see much on the twin side, but we did see some stuff on Leon and versus Kote, because one of the interesting ones was actually having Storm Riders, and with Storm Riders, they actually have, I saw that they had the 10k grade 1 attacker, so it seems that they're going to be making an archetype out of this. I'm definitely looking forward to see what else Leon can pull out of this, pull out of the hat. But unfortunately, as we go on later into the episode, of course, the reverse fighters are acting like complete douche bags, or bags of douches, because, we have Ali and Lee that completely disrespect the twin sisters. And out of everything, they use the Punisher Leopold just to beat up the girls and end up reversing them outright. So it ends up, pretty freaking hard to, it's just really hard to kind of just see these reverse fighters keep following and they keep going. Of course, the School Punisher Leopold reverse, he's actually an interesting unit. It's just that, like, why? Like, and then it's so fun, they get reversed, and then all of a sudden, by the end of the episode, we have Kote bragging about it. And that how the twin sisters who have been with Leon for, like, almost ever, because we devoted at least a quarter of that episode to how the twins met up with Leon and all that stuff, even though that some of that was pretty much rehashed from Season 2. Now, I think that this is going to be an interesting fight, because I don't know who has the plot armor here, because it seems like, we haven't seen any reverse fight cards from Aquaforce yet, but I wouldn't want to spoil the party, but honestly, I don't know. I was just thinking maybe if because I honestly do want Leon to win, because I would literally want to punch every single reverse fighter in the face, because they're just the epitome of what's wrong with the community. That's pretty much it. Of course, you're providing a good competition, but damn, like, I want to punch you in the face sometimes. And so pretty much the episode ends off with them, and Leon's a bit of a tight bind, because apparently we have Kote, who wants to become this complete badass, and ends up like using Die Hard skill, His Die Hard skill is incredibly broken. And with a grade 2 Dimensional Robo that's kind of in the same boat as Dilander, the grade 1, where you, when placed on rear guard or vanguard, counterblast 1, give another Dimensional Robo unit plus 4k, that's silly. And the play that he pulled off from that, since Kote went first, Leon was still in like level 1 or grade 1. And with Die Hard, pretty much when they activated the Die Driller to give the plus 4k to the Vanguard, it kind of went all to hell from there since Leon said no guard, and it would probably be understandable because you have, how do I say this? Let's just say you're not that familiar with the deck, and Kote apparently is. And unfortunately, since Leon went went through, I don't think he even got a drive trigger off of that either. And so pretty much what happens, he took 2 grade 3 dimensional robos, put them into the soul. So that's 2 super dimensional robos in the anime. Put them in the soul, and then he did a superior cross ride, which is mind blowing because it's like, wait a second, this guy's superior cross riding to dark dimensional robo reverse Dayusha? Are you serious? I'm like, damn, yo, that's a superior ride. That's kind of like less sacky than Goyusha, or even like freaking the Pub Lion Scout for Gold Paladins to superior ride to Azel. It's just crazy, because now the guy already has Dimensional Robos in the soul. He literally can get the 13k because he already has all of that, and now Leon is facing a tight bind where he absolutely does not know what to do at all. I hope that Leon wins. I really do hope so. I just hope he at least punches Kote in the face before, if he loses. Just punch him in the face, even once. Like, I would be happy. I would be happy. But then this kind of builds up in the next episode, because now, I don't know. Well, at least from what I've heard from my team and like other people, it's kind of like a standpoint, because we already have half the people that want Leon to lose, and we have half the people that want Kote to lose. And, they have theories for each. Like, say if Leon loses, then Leon would be over the high school circuit and reverse almost everybody over there, making it a complete, like, what the heck's going on. Or they can just reverse Kote, and the rest of the people would retreat, kind of like saving those battles for later, now that, if Kote would be unreversed. So I hope that this episode has definitely been a good transition episode. I thought every player at least made some good plays outside of the games that I have not seen a full game of. So I'm really looking forward to see what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks. I'm looking forward to these episodes. So I want to see how is Aquaforce versus Dimension Police. How is that going to play out? So at least that's it for the breakdown. Of course, if you have any comments or suggestions or anything you want to bring up about the latest Cardfight Vanguard episode, Ride 137, please comment down below so we can get to discussing. And so let's get into our local results. Now, Friday, I haven't actually entered any Vanguard tournaments because on Friday, I was like, probably need to take a break for a bit. So I entered the Magic the Gathering draft, where one raffle winner would win like a From the Vault 20, which is completely broken because it has a Jason there right off the bat, so it's already going to be expensive. I didn't win the raffle, and plus it was the MTG draft for Magic the Gathering 2014 core set. And of course, yeah, I had white and red, but I felt like I didn't have enough red to make a white-red deck. So I ended up doing a mono-white life gain. And the first round, it was a red-green beatdown. Couldn't really do anything about it. And then the second round was a blue mill, a mono-blue mill, where I just was like, I felt a bit salty about, and I dropped right after because I was like, that's really bad. The guy was like, okay, just that his attitude during the whole game was just like, really, dude? Like, I can understand why milling and stuff, but don't rub it in my face. But maybe it was because if I had those red cards, I maybe would have stood a chance and at least take it to game 3. And so it was actually Josh and Henry managed to top and made it to top 2, along with a member of Alex, as well as Joe, who was one of the people that we actually featured in one of our earlier videos for the Shadow Paladin deck. So I'm definitely happy that both of them topped. And then as we went to Saturday I actually had like a gout attack in my left foot, so I couldn't really like move without hurting my foot that much. So I had to like pretty much bail out. But from at least the pictures from my local, I saw that Josh topped, and I saw like two other people that were kind of veterans at our store also topped as well. So it was pretty interesting seeing them. However, the thing is, I actually want to get into the next phase of the video, which actually goes over the future. And right now, Vanguard, a lot of our members are pretty much unanimous in saying like it's getting really sacky right now. I know that Josh, he that's what he said about you know, last yesterday's tournament, that a lot of people luck sacked, and it was pretty silly, and everybody's gonna be moving into a different card game right now. I know Way Schwartz is definitely something that Josh and I did this past Tuesday. Actually, we attended a local event at not Time Warp, Comics and Toys. It was 6 people. It was a $10 entry, but it included $60 worth of booster packs. So it's definitely good. I went in it with my my green blue actually, Leafa beatdown deck, and that helped me out a lot just because I was able to like just whack people non-stop, and they had to like side attack me on some occasions. Let's see. I know Josh. He was the mono red sword art. I used sword art online green blue Leafa beatdown. He used the mono red Silica and Elizabeth. You know, craziness deck that she can that like with silica and stuff is getting stuff back from the grave to the hand to when the level 3 attacks, you put a card from the waiting room on top of the opponent's deck, so that's a guaranteed damage right there. It's silly, but actually it's a little bit more enjoyable than Vanguard. um, and then also the thing I actually want to get into more is actually the uh, the thing I want to get into more is Kaijudo. Now, Kaijudo's been around for a while. I know it launched last year. It's been gaining some momentum, and just our local has been very, very high into it. I know that like almost everybody in our Vanguard community switched over to Kaijudo. I've seen some Yu-Gi-Oh players as well do that as well, and it's been extremely popular. I know that. Like the thing is though, the good thing about Kaijudo is that it's complete strategy. It's all about complete strategy. There's really no luck stacking, unless it's unless maybe you top deck a card or you get a shield blast on a card that completely changes the game, but that's extremely rare. At least in the games that I played, and I see that how good Kaijudo is, and I think that it's a definite awesome game. I'm looking forward to see what would come out next. I know that the next set that's set to come out is the Shattered Alliances, so I'm looking forward to that. I do have a blue-white deck, but I also would like to build. I also traded some cards to a friend from my local, and he gave me a blue darkness discard and draw deck. So pretty much it focuses a lot on the opponent discarding cards, field control, and drawing cards. So I think it's pretty good. I know that this Kaijudo thing is definitely going to be here to stay. I don't think I've seen anybody in the local that doesn't like Kaijudo after playing with it for a while. I do know that from the times that I had a post in my Vanguard group. Let me at least look it up right now. So we actually have like it's it's actually pretty good. We're actually trying to sell a lot of the Vanguard cards, so hopefully we'll be able to put up a video or so, just kind of like saying, hey, we're going to be selling some decks or some cards. It's all going to take place over the next week or so. I know that a lot of decks I currently have, I don't want to sell them because I want to have at least one from each nation. 'Cause I already have OTT, which is United Sanctuary. I have Bermuda Triangles, which is the Mangelica. I do have I do have Pale Moon, which is the Dark Zone. I have uh, the Stargate in the form of Dimension Police. And so pretty much the only one that's missing would be the Zoo. So it's either, I think I'm going to pick up Great Nature or Neo Nectar. Depends on what's going to happen. So we're going to see what we can do for that. But I know that Kaijudo is definitely going to be here to stay. I do like the format of it. I do like you can't really get mana scoot or whatever. It's all about how well you can play your cards and how you can efficiently do your strategy. Because I think compared to everything else, the amount of luck stacking in Kaijudo is probably the lowest in comparison to other TCGs and OCGs like Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic and Cardfight Vanguard and Waste Switch. All the TCGs out there. I think Kaijudo is definitely the most strategic game that strategic trading card game that I've ever played, and I think it's gonna be here to stay. I know a lot of people are gonna get into it, and I think it's gonna be very good. I'm looking forward to see what else we can do in the future in terms of Kaijudo. I know that CK actually has a box opening for one of the Kaijudo boxes, and he pulled pretty good. I know he's gonna upload that episode or that box opening pretty soon, and I hope that also in terms of the intro and outro, I'm hoping that I can do some like animation. I have no experience with it, but I think there are some people on our local as well as on team that are pretty good with video editing and stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to do so, because the opening and out and ending scenes that I've had for the videos that I upload, pretty much they're just like basic logos, and of course the logo that I put up there, it's not really our logo. We have like a different one in store, so hopefully we'll be able to have that one up and within the next few weeks to kind of update our channel in terms of that. Of course, we're also nearing our 100 subscriber mark, so definitely want to thank everybody that's been subscribing, watching, just keeping track. Just please share the video, share that Team Gradelock's here, and that we're just expanding like way further out to other trading card games, as well as Vanguard. I know I'm still gonna keep my Vanguard decks. I think I'm hardly gonna trade anything though, outside of maybe just a couple cards. I think it's gonna be definitely interesting. I'm looking forward to see what the future holds in store for us. I know that in terms of having casual matches and stuff, I actually want to put up more casual matches of Way Schwartz. So maybe when I go back to the local, we can film a few casual matches, or even like do like a Vanguard special rules event where what they had in the season 2, I think, where or season 3 actually, where no it was season 2, where that with the 3-on-3 battles, and then like rear guards do drive checks, but they put the drive check card on the bottom, and then if they or like limiting, so okay, you only have 30 seconds to do your turn, and then after that the turn ends, and then it's immediately the opponent's next turn. So I think that it's going to be a bright future that we have. We definitely have grown quite a bit. We have a lot of our members coming back and just like contributing, putting up whatever they can. I know that Henry and I were just really grateful that we have like this team to kind of like work with and keep on going. I know that I wanted to put up a state of Vanguard right now, but I just tried to put it in the post, and hopefully later on this week, on Saturday or Friday even, that when we meet up, I can do a quick video, just kind of go over how the game's going in and what we can do to change it, or any other things that have popped up. I know that the only other thing that we have in terms of Vanguard news is just that the set 13 is probably so hype. I am just totally like head over heels for this stuff, because looking at all the stuff that they have for set 13, from like the the great the Great Nature Break Ride and Reverse Cross Ride. That's freaking awesome. I thought that's actually a really nice way to put it. And seeing how Cactus got reversed, and we have a Grand Blue Break Ride as well, I'm like, oh man, it's gonna be so good. I think by the time Set 13 comes out, everybody that has played Vanguard in the past will come back, because now everybody gets a chance. Because I think that the Break Ride season is gonna help. It's probably gonna help a little bit less sacky than usual, since like on break rides and stuff, you have to know when to do it, because they got perfect guard in their hand. That break ride is kind of like for naught, unless you drive check broken. Um, I think that's like pretty much all I can talk about right now. But please, if there's anything that in particular that you want to talk about in terms of like Cardfight Vanguard, Way Schwartz, Kaijudo, anything, please comment down below. I want to make sure I can talk about topics that will be relevant to our subscribers. I believe that going over just local results, any new news from Cardfight Vanguard and other TCGs, and anything about the Cardfight Vanguard episode, because I know there's a good group of us that watch the episode every single week just to get caught up on it. Of course, I can always just wait until it's all done so I can just marathon through it. But I'd rather go through it one at a time, so we can have discussions like this on YouTube and just discuss with you, the fans, so we can know what you guys think, as well as if there's anything else that you want us to keep track of. Wow, and yeah, that's a good note to end it on. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because that's how we keep going. That's why we keep entertaining you. I know that the other video that I will put up is probably going to be an updated trade binder, because I've traded a lot of cards away from Way Schwartz. So just in case, I'm going to put up another trade binder video just to do an update. Maybe I'll do this every week. Maybe I'll do this every other week. It all depends. But I know that since a lot of the cards from the last week's trade binder are kind of out, I have to do it. I have to do an update so that people don't get kind of all up in arms. So that's it for this episode of Team Gradelock Unlocks Week. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I do. My name is AlphonZeus, and I will see you guys next time.